Hey guys, what's up? It's Winnie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a lip swatch video to share with you guys. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, but these are my favorite to do. It's just not very often that you get to try on every single shade of a product to see how it looks on you, so I hope that you guys find this helpful and use it as some type of reference when you're looking out for these products. But today I will be swatching the L'Oreal Infallible Lip Paints, and they just sent this huge PR package out to me. I put it on my Instagram story. This is what they sent along. It's hard to show you guys everything in frame, but I'm just going to be swatching the Infallible Lip Paints for you guys, and I have already done a lip swatch video for the entire lip paint collection, so if you guys are interested in seeing every single shade, I will link that video up above or down in the description. But I really like those were very pigmented and they were comfortable on the lips. They kind of had a shiny glossy finish to it. It was almost like a lip lacquer, and these are their newest finishes, which are in matte and metallic, which I'm very curious to see how they will look and feel on the lips. And there are 6 matte shades which kind of look like they're in the warmer nude family with a couple of deeper shades in there, but they're right up my alley and I'm really excited to try those on. And it says here it's supposed to be a velvety matte finish without feeling dry or sticky and tacky. And there's also 6 metallic shades, which I only have 4 of them here, but it says there's 6 available on my little info sheet. And these are supposed to have a waterproof formula to them, but it's supposed to be comfortable on the lips without feathering or bleeding. So I think the metallics are going to be really similar to the original ones that I swatched, just with a more foily, like silver shimmer finish to it. And I'm gonna start with the mattes first. I don't have anything on my lips right now. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you get a better look at the application and the formula of each of these. So starting with the lightest shade, this is Skinny Dip, which looks like a really pretty, like soft pinky nude. And all of these have that same packaging with the slanted doe foot applicator on them. Ooh, this is very velvety. I was not really expecting this formula, but it's a very, very lightweight, velvety, but smooth feeling formula. Probably not the most flattering shade on my lips. It's very, very nude. I do think that it's a little tiny bit tacky though. When you put your lips together, it just kind of feels like they're a little bit stuck together. But I think because of that velvety matte finish it has, it makes it a little less opaque, so you kind of have to swipe it on a few times on your lips to get it perfect. And these do have a little bit of transfer. I just kissed the back of my hand and you can kind of see, but it doesn't really move from the lips, if that makes sense. Next is Tongue Tied, which is a really pretty neutral, like brownie peach nude. I don't think these are scented. I think it's just my mind that thinks that they are. I really, really like how these first apply because they go on so smooth, and the color is really nice. And maybe the first one, Skinny Dip, was just a little bit too light because I felt like it wasn't as opaque as this one is. I feel like I didn't have to go over my lips that many times to get the color really nice and opaque. So this is what Tongue Tied looks like on, and I actually really like this one. It looks like one of my go-to everyday shades. It's super comfortable on the lips, and if I had this one on for a little bit longer, I just wanted to see if you give it a chance to really dry down, if it transfers at all, because the first one, it kind of had a little bit of transfer, so let's see. This one doesn't look like it transferred, so I feel like if you give it a moment to really dry down, it's not supposed to have very much transfer at all. Next one is Peach Pit, which is a really nice warm peachy rose color. I already like it. Okay, this one I overdrew like crazy because I could not get it to look even, but please ignore that. The color on this one is beautiful. It's probably my favorite so far, and I really like the way it looks against my skin tone. I feel like some peachy pinks just do not work with me, but this one looks really nice on. Okay, next we have Festival, which looks like a really pretty warm terracotta shade. I said the other one was my favorite, but I think now that I'm seeing this one on, I think this one is probably my top favorite just because it is a very wearable terracotta shade, and I think this would work with a lot of skin tones and a lot of different looks. I can't speak on the longevity of these because I'm literally putting them on and wiping them off, but I'm wiping it off with a wet wipe. There's nothing on it, and it's fairly easy to remove, but there is no transfer, which is great. But I feel like if you're eating anything with a little bit of oil on it, or if you're using an actual makeup remover that's oil-based or whatever, I think those will really take it off easily. I have a couple more shades. This one is Velvet Pout, which looks like a very cool tone lavender taupey shade. This one is not really applying well. I don't know if it's because it's a little bit of a deeper color. It's not going on super opaque. You can see through the lip color and you can see my lips peeking through underneath it, and I keep going over it, but it kind of just moves the product around. So I'm gonna give it a moment to kind of dry down a little bit, and then I'm gonna go over it with another layer. Yeah, it's just kind of moving the product around no matter what I do. I can definitely see my lips through the lip color, and it's very patchy, so it's not going on very nicely. I don't know if it's the color. It's not terrible. It's just something that I notice, especially when I'm looking for things to tell you guys when I'm reviewing this product. That's definitely something that's standing out, especially with this shade. I feel like the opacity is not consistent with every single shade in the collection, but I really do like this shade on. I didn't think I would just from looking at the packaging because it's so cool tone. It's almost like a little bit gray looking, but on the lips it's a really pretty color. We have one more matte. This is in Cinna Balm, which looks like a very deep crimson red. Oh wow. Okay, this color is very, very pigmented. This is what Cinna Balm looks like on. This color is so pretty. It's actually a little bit more of a brownie red. I think this would be the perfect like fall vampy lip, but it's so, so pretty. Let's try to take this off now. Oh, look at that. All right, let's move on to the metallics. The first one I have is in Moon Lust. I love the packaging on this. It's like all foiled, and it looks like it's kind of a lighter pink. It doesn't really look like it's foiled, but let's see on the lips. Oh, that's actually really, really pretty. I've gone back into the tube a couple times now, but it's not picking up as much product as I want. But this applied really, really nice and smooth. I feel like it's super comfortable on the lips. It has the look of a gloss, but it doesn't feel sticky whatsoever. It feels very moisturizing, and you can definitely see that foiled finish in it, which I really like. I think this is a really pretty color. In my mind, when I think of metallics, I feel like I just think of something really dramatic looking, but this I think is actually very wearable. It's not too in your face. I really, really like the feel of it on my lips. And this of course is gonna have transfer to it because it does have this really nice shiny finish to it. Next is Galactic Foil. This looks like a really pretty berry red color, and I'm seeing the same with this shade. I'm having to go back into the tube for more product. I feel like it's just not enough to cover my lips. This is so pretty. Like if you look at it really up close, you can see all of those little shimmers in it, and it doesn't feel gritty on your lips at all like sometimes metallic or foiled lip products can feel. This is very, very smooth. And then we have Smoldering Eclipse. This looks like a very deep plum shade. Okay, this one was a little bit tricky to get even all over the lips because it is such a deep shade. And again, I feel like every time you go over it, it just kind of moved the product around. And I feel like this shade is probably the least metallic looking one. It looks to me on camera, it looks like it's just a super high shine, deep plummy purple shade. Last but not least is Liquid Venom. This looks like a bronzy red shade. Okay, I just wanted to make a quick note of this because I was going to apply this shade right after I wiped off the last shade with wet wipe, and my lip was still kind of damp, and this color just was not going on very evenly. Sorry, Batman's snoring in the back here. He snores so loud for a little 5-pound dog. But I feel like it's important to blot your lips and make sure they are nice and dry before you apply the color. I'm just now remembering that this is supposed to be a waterproof product, so maybe that kind of affected the application of the last shade as well. But this is what Liquid Venom looks like on the lips, and I'm really liking the warm coppery bronze finish it has. I'm loving the way the metallics feel on the lips. Like I said, it just feels really nice and smooth and comfortable, and the color pigmentation is really, really nice. The metallics are very similar to the original lip paints, just with more of a foiled finish, which I think is really, really pretty. My favorite one is probably Moon Lust. And then for the mattes, I really like how these applied. They were very nice and smooth, and they just take a couple seconds to dry down to that really pretty soft velvety matte finish. But it doesn't dry completely down because when you purse your lips together, it kind of slightly sticks together. So that's just one thing that I noticed and I didn't love about it. But otherwise, I think the color and the formula is really nice. And my favorites of the mattes are Peach Pit and Festival. I think these could possibly pass for some dupes of some higher end liquid lipsticks, but but I think these are going to be really popular. But let me know what you guys think of these infallible lip paints. If you guys own any, what are your favorite shades? And also let me know in the comments down below what are some other swatch videos you guys want to see next. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and you can always check out my other social media links down below for my Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Bye! Despacito.